Hello folks, today I'm going to be taking a look at some Border Reivers from Flags of War for their game Under A Reiver Moon. Okay, so the Reivers On Foot box then. You can see the contents here. It contains the Border Wars family of Reivers on Foot. You get 1 Heedman, 2 Reiver Heroes, 5 Reivers, bases and profile cards. You can get the rules off of the website. And I believe there's also profile cards you can download. So just slip this out. And inside we have a bag of metals, our cards, and round MDF bases. Basing is fairly fluid in the game, so you don't need to use rounds. You can put them on squares if you want. Miniature wise, let's have a look. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 figures, most of which are one piece. A couple will require assembly. For example, that matchlock for him, a little bit of straightening out to do, but on first blush, they're quite nice models, nice castings, a little bit of flash, but we'll get them cleaned up and assembled, and we'll take a closer look at them and their cards. All right, I'm back. I've built what needs to be built. I'm giving the others a quick clean up. So, as we can see here, we have our leader, or headman. Little stat card's quite handy. Tells you the specific weapons and equipment sort of pieces on the back. So, medium armor and the like. And his stat line. Mostly D10, some it's D6. So, you've got a fixed value in the game of 4, I think, for success. So depending on the quality of your troop, you get to roll higher dice to get over 4, which means even his worst dice, the D6, is a 50-50. As you can see, they are 30 mil to eye level. Yeah, 30 mil to eye level. Really nice single piece. Beautifully executed on the sculpt and on the casting as well. So very crisp, and flash and seam lines are minimal. There is, you can see there, a bit of clean up to do on the back of that leg, but that's about the height of it really. Just in here in the back corner of the cloak as well. Once those have been filed down, the rest is just going to be a quick buff with some wire wool and you're good to go. So really nice model. The others, again, beautiful sculpts. You see here one of our rank and file. So a soldier with a matchlock, I believe. Exquisite detail on them. Have a look through the rest of our soldiers. Again, this one's another one piece. He was multi-part with the gun. But we have there quilted jacket, big pants, and bow and arrows. This is one of my favorites. So the sort of waffle pattern on his jerkin is really nice. So all that sort of pierced work on it. Cast spear. I'm never a fan of cast spears because I'm a clumsy person and I tend to lean on them and then they go spranging off. So I'll probably end up replacing that with a brass or steel spear. As you can see, I've not put a shield on yet, but there's the shield with all that. Again, the intricate beading over the top. So it's sort of leather with stud work in it, as much for an effective design as it is for additional armour. The rear of the shield has the leather cover over the front and then the board work there. And you can see where he should be holding it, so it should go that way. We have another soldier. This one with a polearm. So a bit more flash on this, bit of a seam line running up the leg and across the body, which in some respects is to be expected because these are mostly single piece. I'm impressed that they managed to get as little mold and seam lines as they did, because these are complicated. They're not flat casts. There is a bit of movement in them, and the positioning is also not easy to cast. So lovely stuff. I believe that's a jettered staff. So sort of a mix of polearm and almost like a heavy axe, like a Lochaber. There were a couple of heroes. So we have this gentleman with the bassinet, breastplate and shield. Which again, lovely work. This sword required a bit of straightening. In fact, it still probably requires a bit of straightening, but it has the recesses. So the cross section of the blade itself is essentially a cross. Again, could have went with just a flat blade to make it easier to cast. Choose to go for the historical accuracy instead, which is terrific. And our final hero, who's wielding a sword and also a dueling dagger. Again, terrific stuff. So those are most of the soldiers. There is one more. I have lost his arm. So I probably won't reach out to the company because I have spare soldiers from this period, and I can garnish myself a spare arm from him. It's a bit of a shame not to show you the whole lot. I'm fairly positive it was in the box when I opened it. However, once I started cleaning them up, it seems to have gone away. So I will just say that it was there when I started. It wasn't a mispack. If it was a mispack, you could just happily contact Flags of War. But yeah, those are the starting force. Like I say, they do come with all the cards. So you can see there, depending on your build, it's relatively cheap to put together a force. In fact, one of these starting sets will give you pretty much everything you need to get you started. And you could quite happily play with that for some time. Right, there we have it. So there we have it. Great set of figures. Really easy game to get into. Very simple mechanics, but a lot of fun to play. Let me know what you think of the sculpts below, and if you're interested in the 16th/17th century and what you can do therein. Until next time, bye-bye.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.